Welcome to the backyard farm.
We're going to talk to you today a little bit about why you don't prune in the middle of winter. Now, right now, this plant is in a completely dormant state, unlike in spring when things are firing off and it's really starting some vigorous growth, or in fall when it's already gone through its whole cycle and is starting to slow down, but the plant's still alive. Right now, this plant's completely dormant. So anything we were to hack off at this point has a chance of actually killing what's in here. Some of the moisture in here, because it's actually freezing outside right now, will actually freeze and cause breakage on the inside if we cause damage right now. Damage in the winter is not a good idea. So right now, we just want to leave these girls alone. They're still alive, they're still flexible, they're not brittle, but we don't want to cut them at this point. We want to wait till spring, or we're going to wait till fall of next year before we do our first pruning of these. So these are Italian prunes in the back. Purple stalk, darker, younger growth, and it's got this purplish going on here. So this is a peach tree, totally different. Green, yellow, right next to something that's real dark and grafted, totally different. So this is three totally different varieties. And then you got the apricot down here on the side. Closer node stems, real tight growth here, a real thick, generous stalk. It doesn't shoot very much. Where these peaches right here, you can tell how much they shoot. You can see they're the longest branches. Even though they look like they need pruned, which they definitely do, not the ideal time to do it right now. And this tree is a perfect example of it. Still young, still green, still flexible. It's got some older growth and some younger growth with this different grafting we've got going on here. So even though some of these plants, some of this looks like this is completely dead, some of it looks like this is completely green. Even though the plant seems to be in different stages because it's grafted, regardless, we do not want to do any pruning right now. We want to leave these girls alone, let them hang out just the way they are so that they can get a nice bark layer on them and be ready for spring next year. So these are definitely going to need pruned in the spring for sure, but right now they're just hanging out. Nothing's too brittle. Everything looks nice and copacetic. We're gonna have to trim these back pretty far this year so that they don't outstretch themselves, but this is gonna make for some nice fruit. There's already nice little fruit sites hanging out here. Nothing seems to be damaged from any of the snow we've had. Places where it's been pruned before, you can see it's healed and everything around it's still growing nice and vigorously. This thing's gonna do really well next year. So this is our set of trees here that we did not get super established in their own areas, and during the end of the season, this one fell over and it is frozen in the ground sideways. Now, most people would probably freak out at a situation like this. Not really a big deal. As soon as this thing thaws back up, we're gonna stand it back up and get it back in its rightful place. It's not gonna cause any problems here. So hang out, little guy. We'll take care of you in the spring. So what did we learn today? We learned it's winter time, we're leaving our trees alone. These girls are doing just fine hanging out, no need to prune yet. They're in a state of stasis and we want to leave them there so that when we get to springtime, they're gonna be ready to grow, ready to pop, and absolutely ready to produce some delicious, delicious fruit. For more tips like these, please check us out at backyardfarmingsupply.com.
Please like and subscribe. Thanks for the daily family.